Well, welcome. I'm Mr. Bracanudo, and I'm currently a content creator for Skull the Hero Slayer gaming, but also the main modder of the Skull the Hero Slayer modding community at this point. It also can change, but for now, I'm the guy making this stuff for you. For instance, you can see here that we have a quintessence machine. This has been in the game only thanks to the mod that I did, but now what I'm going to show you today, is that we have a huge update, and this huge update it's going to change how we mod Skull, hopefully forever. So let's start. Uh, I will start with my regular content, which is to start the random button. You can start with random stuff. Random stuff is fun because it's chaotic, right? Not everything that we want to do is just guaranteed. But also we can do the usual. Start with any quintessence that we want. Legendary, common, uncommon, unique, or this special quintessence here. It's called Curious, and it's in the game files, but it's not available normally. So control time, you click that, and now you invoke this menacing figure that stops time for you and deals huge damage. Very good Curious run. Look in the corner here. Also, you can start with legendaries. A lot of people just say, I downloaded your mod because I wanted to play Reaper. And now you can start with Reaper, the coolest skull in the game. And yeah, but for instance, if you don't like guillotine, you can come to this machine and click the check button, and as you click, you can see you reroll in the corner, the bottom left corner. You can choose until you have your favorite skills. English is hard, it's not, it's not my favorite first language. So yeah, you see that Reaper is still here, so you can actually do a 2 Reaper run, because why not? Swap Reaper into Reaper. Or if you are a huge fan, you can do a double bomber run. It's one of my favorite meme runs, right? Kaboom and kaboom. If you would need it to reroll, you could. But bomber at this stage is very weak because the cooldown is huge. So if you go to this machine, you can interact with it, and now your cooldown is 0 because you're legendary. So you can do stuff like this, which is hilarious, but fun. Combos well with omen items that we are allowed to take now. For instance, this omen called the Idol of the Forgotten does this every time you swap. And when you use Kaboom, you create one stack on top of the other until it's unbearable to listen to. Beatles did a run with this, and so did I, and it's very fun. But yeah, other stuff that we have, for instance, is some special skulls that are not available to run as regular skulls. One of them is the Balrog. The Balrog now crits, and you don't need quintessence cooldown, and you can combine it with another quintessence like Orc. But also we have this Plague Doctor. Plague Doctor is the old version of the Alchemist. It's a piece of history that if you want to play, it's here. You can also start not only with omens, but with sin if you want to do a magic but physical build like Magic King or Physical Reaper. You can do that, but also do these fun stuff with legendary items from the adventures, which are very powerful. And so are the ones from bosses that are also here. For instance, the Grace of Leonia that just throws a lot of balls around, which is very fun. But let's exit the game and show why we're here, because that's the great news, the big news. We now have this year the R2ModMan, which is Risk of Rain 2 Mod Manager. It was created for Risk of Rain 2, but if you can look here, we can mod all of these games using the same tool. and Skul is here. If you search Skul here, you can find it early, but also you can favorite it, so it's always on top. I have to thank here EBKR and Mythic for helping me get this running, because now it's not only a mod manager, we have an online store that you can download any mod that you want. So let's select Skul here. Let's create a new profile. Mr. B, video sample, whatever. Doesn't matter. The name, you can use the default anyway. And you can select the profile. After you select the profile, you can see that you don't have any mods installed. But you can click online and see what are the online mods. A lot of them created by me. You'll get there soon, but first, the first step that you need to do is click this. Of course, I'll give you the link for the download for this mod manager on the description. But here, you're going to click the BepInEx pack and download it. Download with the dependencies. Now we have 2 mods installed. These are the core. If you click now start modded, it's going to start modded, but you don't have mods installed. So let's fix that. So let's search for pack from Mr. Barcanudo, and this here is the main pack from me. This is what you've seen me play all this time. You download it, you click download with dependencies, and now you have 15 mods installed. If you click here, you can see what we have installed, right? But if you click in the pack itself, you can click associated and see what are the mods that are installed with this. So, but also if you go here, you can see that today we got these 3 new ones from Limtis, which is another modder in the community, a good support one, and we together did some cool stuff, which was the Dracula. So let's install the Dracula as well. Shout out to Limtis, thanks for the support, and let's try out and show how the Dracula works. After you do all of this, you can also go here, by the way, this is not inside the mod pack, but it's the dev menu that I've used for so long. It's the sheet menu by the devs. You can click here, and now let's start modded. By clicking start modded, you're going to see that there's a console window here. This console window is from BepInEx. It means that the mod is working, and also Skul runs. And the mod is just loaded. So if you didn't have any mods or had issues installing the mod, this is going to be the perfect experience for you. So let's go here and show Dracula. Dracula doesn't have an icon here in the machine, but it is pickable in the machine, and it looks cool. It's a speed skull based on bleed and healing and awesome dash, and has even a swap. If you swap with the, you get more you get this aura around, and it looks cool. It does some cool stuff. Also, the dev menu, the F2 key or the right stick opens it, because I want to show you another mod from my update. This dev menu I don't recommend using, but let's jump here and let me show you this menu. This menu is the curse room. Normally you only get 2 curses and all of these items, but if you press tab or RB, the keys, you can select any curse in the game. So if you start with 4 curses, you get the cursed achievement as well. So now you can customize your run as well for all of this. So let me exit once again and show you something. For instance, now you have a config editor. You can configure BepInEx itself. So for instance, we had the console window that opened, If you don't want it, you can just enable false. Save. Easy. 9 items. You saw me pick 9 items, right? But what if you want to start with 9 Fusion Tones? You instead pick 18, and with 18, save. Now you can pick 9 Solar Swords and 9 Lunar Rings and combine them into Fusion Tones. Or, for instance, if you want to make Dracula even more broke, you can make him heal for 1000, 10,000 instead of 1. Or have 0 skill cooldown. I'm okay with all of this. It's perfectly fine. But that's how you set configurations. Also, the dev menu is in Korean, right? Some people don't like it, so some people don't want to use the translator. You can disable mods. You can just click disable or uninstall, and uninstalling mods is just as easy as that. So let me show the SkulPatcher from Wagen, and also the meme pack. This meme pack is by me. It includes 3 mods, and I showed in the previous April Fool's video, but let me show that. Let's start modded again. You will notice that we now don't have the console window here, but now we have this thing, this big menu. Yes, this is the mod from Limtis/Wagen. As you can see, there's something here, turbo attack. While it's active, you can just hold the button and it's going to attack for free for you. Also, you can enable turbo dash and just hold, and it's going to dash, well, kinda. It's not mine, this one. But you can select how many dark quartz you have, or start with a bunch of gold and bones and the hearts. It's nice to change these. Also, you can drop weapons like this if you prefer reading instead of looking for icons. I think I'm okay with icons, so I would prefer not using that. It's just a matter of personal preference. You can also press F7, as it's written here, for it to disappear. It is a better option than the dev menu for many of the settings, but as my mod is, as you can see, it doesn't conflict with this, so you can have both. Or can los dos, right? So yeah, also I installed the meme pack, right? One of the memes that I made was restoring the glory of Arclich with Death Trap. Why is it glorious? Let me show you. This is Beals' favorite skull, and Beals is a very prominent content creator in the community, but also a very good guy. He sent me a lot of view towards me, and I'm thankful for it. And so I restored the glory of Olich that can use Infinite Bone, and use this a lot of times until it's over. Well, Infinite Bone is not infinite, but it's close enough, as you can see. So now, of course, this is optional. You can install it if you want, if you would prefer. Also, we have the ability of playing three skulls. It's in thanks to Hexa. Hexa is the mixed damage, random stuff, cool damage builds guy. So that's the Hexa thank you. Play with as many skulls as you want. In this case, 3. Also, another thanks to Beals is a community meme. So let me show it working by swapping here, and if you have the wheel light, it will have the iconic face. If you don't know, it looks like this. So yeah, Hexa and Beals, I'll leave their channels in the description. If you somehow don't know them, go check them out because they did a lot of content, even with these mods, the Dracula and my mods, which are a lot of cool stuff. So yeah, of course I have to exit once again and show you something, because I showed you how to install and uninstall these mods, but if you have my old mods installed, you may need to you may want to uninstall it and just use these now. So you just go on Steam, you can go properties of Skul and local files and browse. This is going to open the Skul folder. If you installed my mods, with the automatic you will have the download folder that doesn't affect the behavior of the game, but you have these files, these folders, 2020 and BepInEx, but also doorstop config and WinHTTP. If you delete those files or just move them into another folder, for instance here, it's done. It's uninstalled. My mods, if you start Skul here on Steam, there's no mods anymore. So now you can go back to the mod manager, do whatever you want. For instance, let's say I don't want to play with 3 skulls. I go here, installed mods, 3 skulls, and I can disable. Uh, if I like Lich or don't, or I don't want SkulPatcher or dev menu. The dev menu is already uninstalled. You can do it however you want. You don't need to install the packs anymore. You need to if you want to just, let's say I don't like the sandbox experience, but I want my NPCs fixed. You can just install fixed NPCs. You can install the random starts, so you can have the random machine, or it's purely customizable and you can do whatever you want. So yeah, from now on, at least, uninstalling mods is not going to be painful. But as the stuff is as customizable as you want, you can do whatever you want now, right? I'm going to reinstall this here and start modding. Our configuration stays. So I have to say, right? I'm not only a modder, I'm also a content creator. For this game, I have 700 of you already subscribed to me, which I'm thankful for. But a lot of you are here for the mods, right? But I do serious content, I do meme runs. Let us do one of my favorite meme runs. It's the pike with dash items. Which dash items, you may ask? Well, Hunter's boots, specifically. And this is how absurd things can go. 2 more. So, one thing of the dev menu that I like is that you can start with some of these for free. For instance, you can start with, let's say I like OCD, lightweight, beast blood, and go gather, and boom. Now we have all of these for free. Quintessence? Yeah, sure, give me orc for double damage. So let's do a quick meme run, because this is one of my favorite funny runs of doing Skul the Hero Slayer. So as I approach 750 subscribers, I have to thank the people that got me so far here. Yes, I have the good old viewers that are always here. For instance, Abdelhalim Nafi or Spetsnaz Delta. The OG ones, for instance, Hades and SDF, that are not as active in my videos anymore, but I still appreciate them for being here and boosting up the algorithm and such, and also just being in company. And oh, let us open this. Let us see if we find the good one. Oh, it's fine. Crit rate, it's one of the possible options. But as I was saying, we get here and sometimes we just forget that that we got here thanks to other people as well, right? It's not just all us. So of course I'm going to thank the guys that played the game and boosted my mods and have had all the feedback. One of them is actually Omer Straight in the Discord. Well, how can I say? He's the one that encouraged me to actually try doing the distributed mod. I wanted to do and I was lazy and I said, no, I'll do it later. And he was like, no, it's easy, try it out. And okay, I'll try. And now we have this mod that we had 16,000 downloads. Damn. And then I have to thank Limtis / oh, I'm taking up just for the memes. / Gazenwagen, which is the one that he started modding the game, apparently inspired by my own, and we started talking, and he did Dracula based on my start and his own cool stuff. I was delaying Dracula and procrastinating, and he actually sat and did it in one day. So now we have a modding community, which is great. Yeah, Bills and Hexa, as always, as already shout out, but also Rogue Review and Earl. They were actually the early testers for the mod. They did some cool stuff, and Rogue Review actually got a huge boost from doing so. Got a new genre of modded content, which is fun. It's fun to see how people like to play this. I also want to thank all of you that have been following this crap, not for the mod itself, but for me as a content creator for some reason. Well, I'm not going to complain, but I'm not going to question. I'm just going to be thankful. So yeah, whether you follow me for my series and common content, or are just here because I make a mod, well, you're probably already left. Yeah. I want some drugs. I want some drugs. Can you give me some drugs, game? Please? No drugs? Okay then. So yeah, if you are here for the mod and are staying for the content, I thank you as well. Consider playing with the... Consider checking some of the content out. For instance, I did a 3 Omen challenge without mods to show that, well, I'm an okay player at this game. I don't completely depend on the mods. And actually, playing with the mods makes you more comfortable with the with the game, imagine it as a training wheel. So if you think you want to improve but you are having some issues, well, customize the game as much as you can, as much as you want, as much as you need, because this is a single player game and there's no cheating on a single player game. As long as you're not submitting this, for instance, for speedrun leaderboards or high scores, there's no cheat, which is nice. Means that we all can have our fun however we want, even if it's not how the devs wanted it to have it. So screw you, Southpaw. Just kidding. Thanks Southpaw for actually making such an awesome game. Skul the Hero Slayer is could have been a bad game that they released and it was just incomplete and not fun and just mediocre, but they've continuously improved this game and put over so many free updates, and this Dark Mirror just revitalized the game completely for me. And the community as well. You can see how many more views and players and like different stuff showed up. I had 300 hours of gameplay before this mode, and now I have 700 almost. So more than doubled. Almost died. Well, as you can see, the mod cannot just win the all games for you. Sometimes you can die, so be aware of that. Which is funny because Hexa calls himself the LeBron James of Skul the Hero Slayer and comes in and yeah, I'm winning everything. And okay, do this run with mods, and he lost. Do this other one run with mods, and he lost. So beware, just because it's modded doesn't mean it's free. Because if you do a regular run with just the regular difficulty components, you will see that even though the start is easier, it gets hard very quickly. Because you still need some skill for runs that are not absurd like this one. Which is nice, which means you can just keep improving and having fun with the game and playing in different ways. This golden also screw Frieza. So screw this Dark Priest. Screw everything. So yeah. These, nice. Okay, just, oh, we already have maxed out, so let's max out HP and just keep going. Just finish this run, finish this video, and leave you up. So one thing that people ask me is, oh, your mod doesn't work on level 0. I know. We could have tried to fix that. It's something that it's possible, of course. Everything is possible in scrap. But also, I discourage you to play with this in level 0. You can use like SkulPatcher and increase the, how can I say, make it easier without having to be unfun. Because this year it has a level of novelty that is like, oh, it's going to be fun to play and it's funny for 30 seconds and then you have to finish a 30-minute run where, well, you only press one button and there is no risk of dying. Without risk of dying is it even a game? I know. If you want to play like this, if you think it's fun, if you just want to see the story, well, feel free. But also, if you go here and test and say, this is not for me, this is also okay. You can just uninstall some of them or uninstall it all. Now you know how to uninstall it and it's fairly easy. Mira is dead, and we just jump out. Max everything out, because why not? And if you don't know as well, I also do speedruns for this game. So I discovered that glitch during speedrunning and during these modded runs that I then got the world record for this game, and then the developers for it patched it out. So, oops. So I'm the eternal world record holder for the One Punch Man category, which was invented by me. I do intend to go back to speedrunning soon, I guess. Try out some different builds and maybe even try it in level 10 of difficulty, because my speedruns are any percent, right? So we can use any difficulty level, but at the same time, if you can do anything harder, why not? This is the fun of using lightweight. You realize that we are not using Horror March here. Our skill is not here, but we have that until we clean our room. And after a room is cleared, it doesn't matter anyway. The downside of lightweight, though, is that it doesn't work against bosses and adventurers. In my opinion, you want stuff that works against the hardest fights in the game, if you are in a regular run. So yeah, as I said, like, if you are in a regular run and such, you have to think, like, at what level of all of this you are. Because if you are a beginner, I just have some content for you. If you are an advanced and just want to have fun, well, feel free. But yeah, there's a mod for everyone, and there's a mod pack that has every mod for everyone, even the ones that are not for you. So feel free. Other thing, maybe I should talk about the future of the channel for now. Do I want to monetize? No, not right now. I don't think it's worth the hassle trying to make money out of very few views. This is just a hobby for me. The same for the mod. The mod is free. It is not only free, it's actually public domain. So if you want to just say, no, it's my mod now. Well, first you feel free. Well, that's though it's kind of an a-hole move, but I cannot stop you from that. It's not only free software, it's literally public domain. So if you want to modify that, improve it, and not give me credit, it's not a problem. Also, if you want to start modding the game and don't know where to start, you can just start by looking how my mod works, Orgasm Wagons, and just modify that. There's a lot of instructions, and if you still don't know how to do it, you can just contact us. We are always on the Skul Discord. We have us on the official Skul Discord. That is not very, how can I say, publicized by the devs, but you can find on the Skul community page on Steam. And after that, you can just go ahead and just can just ask around. People will direct to me, and I'll be more than happy to help get the community, the modding community, as large as it can be. We are embracing people, and I believe that we are going to get a lot of new stuff very soon. These mods, even though some of them are memes, they unlock a lot of new functionality that do very cool stuff. And I have one of them already in my mind that, in my opinion, is going to, well, increase the gameplay. Because right now we are just changing how you make your builds, right? Based on what you already have in the game or was in the game files but not used. But we're going to do something even better soon, which is start to augment the game, give more stuff. And I'm going to start by giving items. I want to do a custom item build. Oh, a custom item mod. So the custom item mod, I cannot guarantee that it's going to be a May update. Maybe it's June and I skip this month. But it's going to happen. And it's going to be awesome. Because let's remove lightweight and add I don't know what gives more damage this year. Ambition. Boom. Cursed. Also can destroy beast blood. And I don't know. We're fine. But as I was saying, we are going to have exciting times ahead of us, and my kind of ultimate goal is to actually make an entire character from scratch. It's not going to happen anytime soon, but I want to make you aware that this is something that it's in my mind, and after we get the first one, well, replicating and trying to do other ones gets absurdly easier. Yeah, let's just finish this run, kill the hero, and get out of here. Another reminder, if you've reached this far into the video and have yet to subscribe, please consider doing so. I say this every video that I appreciate, but I really do. I like those notifications. Someone subscribed, someone commented. Well, they put a smile in my face, so I always reply. So yeah, the hero, very hard character, very hard to deal with. But if you have the small help of some very moderate mods, you can get we got hit because no, it doesn't matter though. Do that anyway. Yeah. A lot of you probably already left when we stopped talking about the mod, but if you stayed up here, well, thanks for watching, and see you in the next video. But until then, well, as always, stay safe.